Imagine if you could stop thinking about alcohol. Imagine if you never thought about drinking ever again. Imagine getting home from a really stressful day at the office and then not thinking about having a bottle of wine. Or imagine walking out to a supermarket or going out to a restaurant and just never thinking about drinking. Well, that would be a pretty remarkable thing to happen. And I'm sure that you can agree that it would improve the quality of your life tenfold, because not only would you not think about drinking, but there would be no struggle. There'd be no fight. You'd just be able to not drink. Well, today that's exactly what I'm going to break down how you can do. And the thing I'm going to break down for you in this video is something that you will have never heard before. None of this stuff that I'm going to talk about is mainstream advice. This isn't something that you're ever going to see on the news or even in a scientific paper, because this is something that I've developed through sheer experience and 10 years of failure. I drank for almost 10 years, I haven't drank for 6 years, and I've gone from obsessing about drinking to not wanting to drink. So I'm going to explain exactly how I've done it, because it all starts with our mindset and our thoughts. And not only that, but I've also shown this to my 400 private clients in the Sober Clear coaching program. I have a coaching company, it's soberclear.com if you want more information on it. And if you actually want to get access to a free video training that shows you how to control your drinking, then click the link in the description. That's a video I can't publish on YouTube, but it will show you how to control your drinking quickly in as little as 48 hours. But now let's get into it. So what is the typical pattern that somebody goes through before they decide to have a drink? So let's say they park their car, they get in the door, they put their keys up, they sit on the couch, and it's been a really stressful day, and they just sit down and they go, ah. Then immediately, if it's a drinker, what thought comes into their head? Oh, wouldn't a drink be nice right now? I've done this myself, and I'm sure that you can relate with what I'm saying. And it all starts with this little seed, this idea of, oh, wouldn't a drink just take the edge off things now? Now, obviously, these thoughts can come in 100 different scenarios, right? This could happen in a restaurant, this could happen at a wedding, it could happen in any place, but you get the idea. It always starts with a thought. And the thought is usually addressing a symptom. And the symptom is usually a mild feeling of discomfort. Boredom, hunger, angriness, tiredness. We're going to feel some kind of emotion and then immediately feel the need to have a drink. But there's something that we're missing out here, because it's not just a thought that gets you to act. Because if you think about it, let's say you sit down and I don't know, you hear about some new drug, right? You sit down, you have this hard day of work, and you hear about this new drug on the news, and this new drug is apparently the thing that's chilling everybody out, it's calming everybody, it's also killing loads of people. But if you heard about this drug, maybe you'd have a thought of a tiny bit of intrigue, right? Like, oh, maybe that would be nice. But you obviously it's like this tiny little thought, but you never do anything with the thought. It just passes you by, and then that's it. Like, you never think about it again. I know it's a bit of a strange example, but it will make sense. But with alcohol, we don't do that, right? We have the thought, and then that thought leads us into taking action. But why? And how can we intercept the thought to not want to drink, like I explained at the beginning of the video? Well, there's something that we're missing out on here. It is thought plus belief that gets us to take action. And controlling our thoughts is extremely difficult. Being able to intercept our thoughts is hard. And quite often we can observe our thoughts, but we often don't have control over them. However, we have control over our beliefs. If you have a thought about drinking after a hard day, and you have a belief that it will help you de-stress, you will drink. If you truly believe that it's going to help you in some way, that the drinking is going to add value in your life, and that's a belief, whether it's conscious or in your subconscious, it doesn't really matter. If you have that belief, you will make a choice to drink alcohol. Because it's not just thought. Man, we have all sorts of thoughts, but some thoughts we don't act on, some we do act on. Because it's not the thought that we need to change, it's the belief. If you have a belief that alcohol is the dirtiest, most disgusting thing ever, that it's nothing but poison, it does nothing for you, you can think about alcohol all day long, but you will never drink it. In fact, what would happen is you would have a thought of drinking, and you would be immediately met with a feeling of disgust. Like, oh, alcohol, no way. But you still have the exact same thought. See, somebody that's got control over their mindset gets home after a hard day of work, they sit down on their couch, and they think of drinking. And they get down, they're like, oh, beer. And immediately, they think of beer, and then they think of the pain that alcohol causes them. They think of the disgusting taste, the poison, the damage that it causes, and they don't drink. Because listen, you can't stop thinking about drinking. I lied to you, right? See, because here's the thing. Nobody can stop thinking about drinking. I'll be honest with you. It happens way less than it used to, but once a year, once every 6 months, I will get a thought of drinking. In fact, it's probably not happened for about a year, but it did happen like maybe a year ago. But I've not drank for 6 years, right? In that first year that I didn't drink, I thought about drinking a lot more. But what I didn't do is think, ooh, wouldn't it be nice to drink? No, I'd have a thought about alcohol. And then because I have changed my beliefs, I don't see it as something that helps. I see it as something that adds nothing to me at all. So the thought of actually having a drink was immediately met with, oh, no thank you. And the reason why is because I have the belief that alcohol is doing nothing. It adds nothing. All it does is take things away. So the real work lies in shifting your beliefs. Now, if you want to access that video training that shows you more about using something called first principles thinking to start changing your beliefs around alcohol, then click the link in the description. That's more in depth. It's not something I publish on YouTube, so you've got to click down below. But I promise you one thing. If you're able to shift your beliefs and you see alcohol as poison, as ethanol, as something that does nothing for you, you can think about drinking all day. Think about this for 1 second. I have made over 600 YouTube videos talking about alcohol. When I meet a new friend at the gym, they say, what do you do? I tell them, I help people stop drinking alcohol. If anybody thinks about alcohol more than anybody else in the world, it's probably me. Yet I still have no desire to drink. I can think about alcohol all day, but because I have the belief that alcohol is absolutely rubbish, I'm never going to drink it, I can think about it whenever I want. So don't change your thoughts, change your beliefs, see it for what it is. Click the link down below. You've got this. Have a great day.